welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Asenime Mabel, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, we created this look. So today's makeup was focused more on the brows, eyes and lips. My skin, I didn't really talk about it so much because I already did that in my previous video. So if you have not seen that video, I want you to go now and watch it before you come back and watch this one. So we're going to be creating a look, but first some motion for the hair, because the hair it ate bread and tea like crazy. I'm about to go up close and personal with you all, so bear with me, okay? Actually, we're going to start with brows. Of recent, I've been doing my brows and my eyeshadow first before I actually do my skin base, like my base routine. So my face is already clean. I already used micellar water to clean my face. I'm going to go in with this brow lace from DD Beauty. I just recently got it and it has become one of my favorite products. So I just brush it into my brows just to slick it down. I recently shaved my brows because I wanted like smaller brows, so I just use my hands to press in. So I'm using a powder to just lightly dab on the brows just to mattify it a little. So for my brows, I use the DD Beauty pencil, brow casing pencil. I started using more DD Beauty products because I recently got it in the PRO. It comes in two sides. There's a spoolie here and then the pencil is here. But when you're doing your makeup, your mirror should be with you all the time. I just use the pencil to fill in the brows. I also like to use this tinted fiber brow gel. It's also from DD Beauty. I realized that like I overextended this down, so when I'm cleaning up, I would clean that as well. Go in with this and give it more hair-like strokes in the front of my brows. I'm going to be using my angled brush to just clean it up. So now I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush and just blend the concealer out on my lid. Just going to go in with a bit more concealer. This is a little bit lighter. This is from Adventure Makeup. When I started doing makeup, this was like the first type of concealer that I used, if I'm not mistaken. This is a staple in my bag. Everybody knows how obsessed I am with this palette. Everybody knows how obsessed I am with this palette. I'm sorry, but the browns in this palette are literally my favorite thing ever. These are the browns that I usually use. I think I want to go for a darker shade of brown today. I'm going to use a fluffy brush, but this is a little bit it's more dense than what I would normally use. So I'm going to use that first on tea time. I'm just going to apply it on the outer corner of my eyes in tapping motions. I'm not necessarily blending this in. I just want to have enough pigments. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know how to do one eye completely then now go and do the other eye. I'd rather just do the whole thing simultaneously. I feel like if I finish one eye, the other eye will just look completely different from the first one. So for the other shade of brown, to blend it out, this one, I'm using a fluffy brush as well. This is like a small fluffy brush. You can see how small it is. I just need the small one so that I can control how I apply the second shade of brown. So when you're blending out your eyeshadow, you want to create like an imaginary, what do you call it, line, just so that your eyes have that like snatched feel, like that angled feel, just from here to here. You know that anything you're doing stops at that point. It just helps to give your eyes like a very elevated look. You can see how it's blended out, but it's not everywhere. This is more controlled. You get a smaller fluffy brush and just use it to blend out. But I'm going to go with Esther. This is from the Ezekiel Lydia Stanley palette. This is another palette that I don't even play with at all. What, like, I've had this palette from the beginning and I still use it to show how versatile that the palette is, the colors in the palette and everything. Like, both beginners, pros, anybody can use this palette. If you're a beginner, you're looking for a palette to invest in, I would actually advise you go for this, like for eyeshadow palette. It is so versatile and it's worth your money. Like, you will get the value of your money from this. In with the shade amber, this one. I'm just going to try and blend this out. I'm putting Lotte in the bone of my eye. I forgot what they call this part of the eye, but here. So I'm going to be cutting my crease, but first I'm going to just put a dot on my eye. When you put the dots, you look up and then you can see where your crease, like where you should cut your crease from. I think I did a good job. What do you think? I'm going to be using this just to pat it in. So for my first color, I'm going to be using this palette. It's called Avocado Toast in this shade here first. To go in with this palette, I want this shade on the outer corner. So I drew my eyeliner offline because I need to see what I'm doing. But basically, you just want to draw like a line straight across your eye. I'm going to be using a black eyeshadow on an angled brush to just blend this out. Can you see how sharp like Sharpay? I'm going to be using mascara. This is from Ezekiel. Now for skin, I'm going to first clean off all the eyeshadow particles that fell. Oh, sorry, I moved a bit. But first, I'm going to be using a toner. I'm going to be using this serum. This is from Fully. Notice when I use this, it makes my face just look very hydrated before the makeup, and you want to go for hydration when you're doing your makeup. Apply this all over my face. So for primers, I'm going to be using two primers. This is from Asenime Secret. It's supposed to be like a clear primer base, but it doesn't mattify, but I like how it makes my skin feel. Well, this is the Ezekiel oil-free primer. This actually does mattify my face, so I'm going to be using it after I use this one. Zico. For foundation, I'm going to be mixing these two. This is the Zico Skin Pro Filter, and this is a Mac Studio Fix. Mac Studio Fix. Mac Studio Fix foundation. I'm going to be using this brush to apply my contour. My contour is a foundation, by the way. I'm just going to be applying it here. The brush, and I'm just going to apply this. I care about my jaw. For blush, I'm going to be using the Zico Guinea Car blush. I'm going to go in with the Omaji Buttermilk concealer. I swear by this concealer any day, anytime. It's such a good concealer. I have a video of it on my Instagram. You can go check it out. I will lie, like every single time I've used it, I've loved it even more, and I've tried it with other things, and it just gets better and better. And I'm like, wow, ain't that crazy? Using this Zico concealer. It's about to run out, so when this thing finishes, I'm going to be so sad, because this is literally like my holy grail. I use it for almost everything. I'm going to let this sit on my face for a little while, and then I'm going to blend it out. I'm going to be using a fluffy brush to blend out this part. Using the MAC Studio Fix concealer just to brighten it up. So I'm going to blend it out first, and then I'm going to leave it just like marinate in that inner corner. Okay, and I think it has stayed on my face for a while. I'm going to go in with Beauty Blender. So I'm going to be starting with a pressed powder first before I then go in and bake. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my contour and my blush, and then I'm going to come back and do my lips. So I did my blush and my contour and under my eyes off camera, and this look is looking mwah. That just mwah. But yeah, now I want to do my lips. So I'm going to first use my DD Beauty pencil to line my lips. I like the precision of this pencil because it gives you like really precise small lines. I'm using this pencil from LA Girl. I'm using these two glosses from DD Beauty. These are very nice glosses, and I would recommend them to anybody that wants like a lip gloss that is very pigmented and it doesn't feel sticky, or just it doesn't have any funny feeling in your lips. I would highly recommend. So now I'm going to be dusting off the excess powders that's underneath my eyes. Not necessarily dusting off, but see, more like pressing in. I'm just going to set my face. Go in with a brush and this shade to just lightly brighten. And this is the final look, besties. This look ate down so good, so I'm sure if you're following step by step, you should have been able to do one or two things by yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any video at all. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.